Wisdom comes from learning. Learning comes from making mistakes. Seneca. The ancient wisdom of the Stoics contains a power to transform lives that remains undiminished by time. During the chaos of the Roman Empire, they charted a course of rationality, resilience, and inner peace that stands firmer than ever today. In this age of distraction and unease, who among us does not yearn for the clarity and self-mastery embodied by Zeno, Seneca and Marcus Aurelius? We still contend with the same inner demons they conquered: desire, disappointment, resentment, fear. Take heart, friends. The secrets that enabled the Stoics to flourish amidst far greater strife than anything we experience today have been unlocking human potential for centuries. And now they can unlock yours. I will distill for you the essence of Stoic philosophy into 25 simple but profound rules for living. They span the disciplines of desire, action, and judgment that the Stoics saw as the 3 pillars of wisdom and virtue. Internalize these principles, and you hold the keys to master your mind, your emotions, and your conduct, to tap into an infinite wellspring of mental resilience and purpose, to lift your life to heights you have never dreamed possible. The journey begins now. Together, let us walk the way of the Stoics, the way of courage, moderation, justice, the only reliable path to tranquility and excellence of character. After today, you will never see the world through the same eyes again. Rule 1. The Stoics teach us not to become emotionally attached to things we cannot control. This includes externals like wealth, status, and the actions of others. Trying to control or fret over such things leads only to frustration and suffering. To find serenity, we must focus entirely on our own thoughts, judgments, and moral choices. These lie within our power to master through reason and discipline. When we concern ourselves solely with ruling our inner domain rather than grasping at externals beyond our reach, we gain freedom, resilience, and peace of mind. This is the core of the famed Stoic dichotomy of control. Rule 2. The Stoics believed the cosmos is governed by an inherently rational order and divine wisdom. To live well, we must align our judgments and conduct with this natural order. This means submitting our desires and actions to the higher standard of moral virtue and excellence of character. Rather than follow fleeting impulses or social conventions, we should use reason to discern what is just, temperate, and in accord with nature's wisdom. By living rationally and virtuously, we harmonize ourselves with the cosmic order and fulfill our highest human potential. Rule 3. The Stoics saw emotions like anger, fear, and jealousy as irrational and destructive passions that need to be mastered. They are judgments that enslave us rather than serve a wise mind. To subdue them, we must employ reason, discipline, and detachment. By analyzing our feelings logically, we can determine if they arise from false judgments. We can then correct these judgments to alter the passion. With practice, we can prevent destructive emotions from overpowering reason. In this way, logic helps subjugate unruly passions so the mind rules as sovereign. Rule 4. The Stoics teach us not to dwell on the past or future, as this distracts from the present, which is all we truly possess. Regretting what's done or worrying about what may come breeds anxiety and discontent. Instead, we should focus mindfully on the now, fully experiencing each moment, responding reasonably to challenges, and extracting wisdom from wherever we are. Being fully engaged in the present frees us from restless thoughts of past and future, allowing us to find contentment in each moment as it unfolds. Rule 5. The Stoics believed we should devote ourselves fully to our duties and roles, treating each one as vitally important no matter how grand or humble. By executing obligations with unmatched diligence, care, and skill, we fulfill our human potential. This means performing tasks wholeheartedly, as if Zeus himself watched us work. Bringing our best to whatever role we must play uplifts us and those around us. Living thus, we align ourselves to nature's righteous order. Rule 6. The Stoics saw adversity and setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than misfortunes. Hardships test and develop our character. By meeting troubles with courage and resilience, we build mental toughness. Each challenge presents a chance to practice wisdom, justice, temperance, and fortitude. Rather than curse troubles, we should welcome them as training for our virtues. If we embrace hardship in this spirit, we will emerge stronger and more refined as human beings. Rule 7. The Stoics believed that developing moral character is far more important than achieving status, popularity, or material possessions. Things like wealth and fame are fleeting and depend on the whims of fortune. But wisdom, integrity, courage, and justice come from within. They express our highest human potential. By making character our supreme concern, we gain that which no one can take away, an excellent soul. This should be our true aim in life, rather than the hollow pursuit of externals. Rule 8. The Stoics saw wealth, luxuries, and pleasure as fleeting and unstable sources of happiness. Such externals depend entirely on chance and can be given or taken away on fortune's whim. Those who fixate on these as essential for fulfillment inevitably suffer when deprived of them. True happiness springs from virtue, wisdom, and strength of character. By regarding wealth and pleasure with detached indifference, we gain inner freedom and self-sufficiency. We understand that fickle externals have no power over the excellent soul. Rule 9. The Stoics believed in treating all people, including enemies, with fairness, goodwill, and compassion. Though outside forces may divide us, justice calls us to respect our common humanity. When we show humanitarian concern even for those who oppose us, we rise above petty grievances. We manifest the Stoic ideal of universal brotherhood and natural affinity among people. Meeting malice with benevolence improves society and uplifts our own character. It brings us closer to the cosmic perspective of universal human fellowship. Rule 10. The Stoics warn against excess appetite and desire. Yearning for more than we need causes chronic dissatisfaction. It hooks the soul on fickle externals outside our control. By disciplining mind and body, we can curb futile cravings. Through moderation and detachment, we simplify life to focus only on what truly matters. With fewer desires clouding perception, we gain clarity to see how little we require. Reining in appetite is key to lasting contentment. Rule 11. The Stoics advised regularly meditating on death. Contemplating our mortality reminds us that life is fleeting. This perspective helps us use our limited time wisely, avoiding wasted effort on hollow pursuits. With death's inevitability before us, we act deliberately, so we have no cause for regret. Memento mori makes us appreciate each moment as precious and invest it well. By keeping death in mind, we motivate ourselves to live and act with purpose while we yet breathe. Rule 12. The Stoics taught acceptance of events beyond our control as part of the cosmic plan. Though we work wisely, external happenings unfold according to fate. Fretting over necessity achieves nothing. By aligning our will to embrace what life ordains, we maintain an inner calm. Stoic equanimity comes from understanding that what must be, should be. Each happening has purpose in nature's grand design. Our role is to respond skillfully, not resist the inevitable. Rule 13. The Stoics emphasize carefully ruling our assessments and perceptions. We should logically examine impressions before assenting to discern truth with utmost clarity. This means weighing matters dispassionately, without prejudice or assumption. Hasty judgments lead to false views and disturb the soul. But by patiently questioning impressions, we guard against biased opinions to see situations accurately. Suspending judgment until rationally scrutinizing impression prevents errors and maintains peace of mind. Rule 14. The Stoics saw lack of self-control as enslaving oneself to destructive appetites. To gain freedom, we must instill habits of self-mastery through rigorous training of mind and body. This means resisting temptation through discipline, rising above sloth, greed, and lust. Indulging vice is easy. Resisting vice takes practice but liberates us from passion's prison. By establishing domain over thoughts and actions, we claim our sovereignty as rational beings. Self-rule lets reason guide us, rather than fleeting appetites. Rule 15. The Stoics warn against extravagance and decadence. Though initially pleasant, luxuries and excess often breed discontent. The thrill of indulgence fades, leaving a void. Lavish lifestyles also distracted from developing virtue and wisdom. Aspiring to simple, sustainable living helps us focus on what matters most. Too much wealth and comfort can make us negligent of our souls. Shunning decadence from modest means keeps life's priorities in view. Rule 16. The Stoics remind us not to take for granted the simple joys and blessings that fill ordinary life. Each moment is a gift, though we often overlook it. By cherishing everyday experiences and relationships, we can find meaning and contentment in the present. Tending closely to friends and family nourishes the soul. Seeking grandeur often blinds us to small wonders already within reach. The Stoics teach how quiet virtues and modest delights cultivate lasting happiness if we remember to appreciate them. Rule 17. The Stoics emphasize regular self-examination to reveal damaging illusions. We often harbor false beliefs, prejudices, and unruly desires without realizing it. These conceal vice as virtue to our undiscerning minds, but probing our inner landscape through deep questioning and reflection exposes these concealed faults. It helps us discern truth from distorted thinking. Know yourself, said the sages. Rigorously inspecting your motivations, assumptions, and habits is essential to wisdom and virtue. Rule 18. The Stoics believed that cultivating wisdom, justice, and excellence of character should be our supreme goal in life. Seeking virtue eclipses pursuing mere wealth, status, or popularity. These externals often corrupt us. Morale goodness ennobles us. Our time is best invested perfecting inner character rather than chasing fleeting riches. While fame and fortune come and go, an excellent soul remains. To live nobly, make wisdom, goodness itself, your ultimate quest. Rule 19. The Stoics aimed to maintain an unflappable poise no matter what life brought them. By meeting all fortunes and setbacks with steady calm and detachment, they developed resilience. Neither good nor bad external events could deter them from virtue or disturb their peace of mind. They stood firm and unshaken like a rock against the winds and waves. Through self-discipline, perspective, and reason, we too can achieve this staunch equanimity in the face of circumstance. Rule 20. The Stoics believed we can always find some cause for gratitude, no matter how dire things seem. Even in darkness, light persists if we adopt the proper perspective. By focusing on what we can appreciate and be thankful for, we recognize the power within ourselves to assign meaning. Though hardship will arise, life provides glimmers of hope, virtue, and joy for those with eyes to see them. Our power lies in choosing where to direct our vision and thoughts. There is always something to be grateful for if we but seek it. Rule 21. The Stoics stress forgiveness and compassion over grudges. When people wrong us, resentment only breeds more negativity. But by granting mercy, we heal wounds and dissolve animosity. Anger may seem justified, but it solves nothing. Furthermore, remembering our own faults softens us to those who were. None of us are perfect. In hopes of clemency for our mistakes, we must show tolerance for others' missteps. To forge bonds of humanity and live virtuously, forgiveness is essential. Rule 22. The Stoics saw the body as an instrument requiring proper care, not an ornament for vanity. We must steward our health by eating and exercising wisely to keep the body tuned. Treating it as disposable or overindulging appetites dulls both physique and mind. But disciplined habits empower us to live vigorously and virtuously. Sound bodies enhance clear thinking. Reason demands we nourish and move them well to maximize our potentials as rational beings. Rule 23. The Stoics believed in uplifting others through service and kindness. Each of us is part of a greater community and owes a debt to human society. We should look for ways, big or small, to give of ourselves through volunteering or donations. Even a kind word or simple courtesy can lift another. Though seemingly insignificant, such actions spread positive ripples through the world. When we take time to assist and tend kindly to those around us, we manifest humanity's highest virtues and improve society. Rule 24. The Stoics sought to build an unshakable resilience of spirit to withstand inevitable hardship. By steeling themselves through self-discipline, reason, and detachment, they developed an inner fortress. Though storms arise in life, their calmness and inner strength enabled them to weather crises without compromise. We too can cultivate an imperturbable spirit, impervious to misfortune's assaults. By training to maintain composure and perspective amid challenges, we gain the resilience to navigate life's tempests. Rule 25. The Stoics saw a still, peaceful mind as essential to living wisely. Inner tranquility emerges from stripping away restless thoughts and needless worries, like ripples disturb a lake. Agitated thinking fragments attention and scatters energy. By allowing the mind to settle, we create a mirror-like calm. In this clear, undisturbed state, our best self reflects back, illuminated from within. Serene and centered, we can attend fully to the present, discern rationally, and act with kindness. A peaceful mind is the cradle of wisdom. The path to a life of purpose, resilience, and tranquility has now been laid before you. We have traversed the timeless wisdom of the Stoic sages. 25 powerful principles to steer you through adversity, instill moral excellence, and bring you into harmony with nature's order. You have been given the tools to master your judgments, emotions, and desires, to maintain an unshakable poise in the face of events beyond your control, to focus your mental energies solely on what lies within your power, to welcome challenges as opportunities for growth, and to live each moment with mindful gratitude. With discipline and diligent practice, this wisdom will seep into your bones to become an unbreakable strength of character. You will be fortified to endure life's inevitable troubles and fulfill your highest human potential for wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Take up these principles as trusted weapons in your journey towards the best version of yourself. Let them guard you against the inner enemies of anger, envy, greed, and hatred. Use them to cultivate serenity, insight, and self-mastery beyond what you have yet dared to imagine. The power to transform your life lies in your hands. Grasp it firmly and step forward on the path of wisdom that so many have walked before you. Like them, you may stumble at times, but know that if you persist, you too can attain the clarity and tranquility your soul most deeply craves. Now go forth and live these principles. Digest them, actualize them, radiate them. Share this light with others still trapped in darkness. Our school awaits all who hear wisdom's call, for a life lived in accordance with nature is a life truly worth living.